So, hello everyone, and I'm sorry for the delay. I think there was a little glitch. I did something wrong. Now I'm live. Yes, I am live. My brother is telling me. So, let's delete this and let's create a rectangle. So, you need to understand that you need to make it wide enough and long enough, like not too long and not too short. This is the good one. And then you need to do the direct selection tool. You can post your questions in the comments so I can see them time to time and answer them. And there you go, there is round. But you have these kind of thing because this is like you are creating a rectangle that is not enough wide enough and it's long like this. And then you do it with the direct selection tool, and you do this and you do this, but you still have this problem here. So you need to make it wide enough and long enough. Okay, so is there any question? Okay, so we are going forward. Now we need to check out if is it scalable or not. Let's see. Let's go to selection tool, and yes, it is scalable for now. Sometimes it's not scalable, then you will have to go to object and transform and scale and press scale corners, and there you will be going to scale it. Okay, so now we are gonna make some layers into it. I think we need to first copy it and like this and this. I think I'm gonna make a few copies of it. Yeah, that's enough. Now let's uh, take the size down, and there I'm gonna just select all of these, and this is where your colors are. This is single color, this is gradient, and this is none. Now no color at all. So I'm clicking no color. This is no color at all, and there are no colors in these. Now when I click this, I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Is it clear? Okay, so now let's put this there. So if you can't really arrange them, you can just go in and arrange them, start arranging them. Now I'm gonna select this one, make it a little smaller. Is there any questions? Is there any questions? And question check करने सर आपको बोल, and make it smaller as well. Let's take it there. Okay, let's get one more, make it smaller. Let's get it there, it's too big. Okay, so I'm pressing shift while doing this, so we are not doing it too little. And I think this is good, this as well, and this as well. Okay, any questions? Let me check. Okay, if there are any questions, you can always drop them down. I want to see what questions you guys have. Any questions related to graphic designing or Illustrator are welcomed. Let's go like this, there, and let's resize it a little bit, scale it a little bit up. This, is it clear? Hasan bhai, is it clear? Okay, and there. So there are a lot of layers in this, as you can see. I asked you guys to put a lot of layers, so you will have training for layers as well. Now there. Now I think this is enough for now. Now we are gonna make some eyes and scale it down, bring it up, scale it a little bit more down, and do this. Put it here. It's too big, too big, too big, too big. That is, I think, enough. And now I'm going to reflect it, transform, reflect, make preview. You can see the reflection, and then copy. It created a copy of this with the reflection. Click the shift, so you are going in the right direction and not moving too much away from the real your grid. Now, so one of the guys asked me if there is a way to arrange it without just guessing it. Yes, you can go to Windows, then go down here and find the rulers, no, view. Yes, they are in view. Rulers, and now show rulers. You can see these are the rulers. This is very important thing, you need to understand this. You can click on this and bring this little line. I don't know if you can see this right now, but you will be able to once it's done. And now you can see this is blue. My path is blue because there is a ruler attached to it, and you can see this thin blue line, it's a ruler. Now one more ruler for this side, and there you go. Now we can see how far apart this is from a ruler. Is there any question? Let me check. Oh, so method of exporting logo. Yes, I will export this at the end of the video, so you will understand the method of exporting a logo. So now we see this is not as much as out as this one, so we are going to press shift, click this, and gonna move it a little bit more out, and I think this one a little bit more out too, and that's enough. So rulers are a really good way to help you make your logos and designs perfect. Now we are gonna do this, and you can see that these two are not aligned as well, so we are gonna just click this one and this one. Now we are gonna highlight this one and then arrange them accordingly, and now they are aligned properly, and I think I don't need this ruler anymore, so just move it away. And once more, I think, yes, sorry, highlight this one and then arrange these. Okay, now we need layers in the eyes as well. Oh, voice is too low, Mike. Voice, I think you need to up your volume from your computer, because my brother is telling me it's okay, the voice is good. So up your volume, I think that's the problem there. So I'm pressing alt and shift, that will resize it. That's why we are not gonna do that. We are gonna just select this one or make a copy of this one by pressing alt and moving it. Then we are gonna scale it down. We are gonna do the same thing that we did on the layers down below, and we are gonna just make it a little bit more bigger, and then we are gonna do it one more time. Press alt and let's go there and move it a little bit down. Now these are the layers in my owl's eye. Now I wanna make this eye a little bit more better, so what I'm gonna do is scale it a little bit down. When I do this, I'm gonna delete this one, and I'm gonna select all these of three of these and then reflect them, so I don't have to make these again. And this is copy, and I'm pushing it out with the rulers, and I think that's enough. Okay, I don't need this ruler now. And so when you are moving these things, you can see I moved one and not the other ones. It is really annoying. So you can just click all of these, then press Ctrl G to group them, or object and group or ungroup. And now when you move these will move in a group. That is really efficient for this. I think there is a question. Okay, so voice is good. Now we need an eyeball for this owl. We are going to go in the ellipse tool and make an eyeball, and there we go. That's, I think, good enough. Now we are gonna zoom in because it's too small to resize from here. Now as you can see, after zooming in, it's a little better view. Now I wanna make a little eyeball in this, and sorry, I'm gonna first copy it and then make a little eyeball, and then select both of these and highlight the big one and arrange it. I think that should be really enough for you to understand how to make this eye. Now I'm gonna move out by pressing Ctrl Alt and space, and now I'm gonna click these two, Control group, Control G, group them, and then you press Alt and Shift to move them away and then copy them. That you have there your owl's eye. Okay, now I think this is good enough for you now. Any questions until now? You can post it about the owl for now. And I'm gonna pick some colors. How to pick colors, I'm gonna teach you some of that now. So this is, I am searching brown right now. This and this, I think I have downloaded these 4 brown colors. They should be in my downloads tab right now. Yes, I'm gonna pick these up like this one and then just copy it to Illustrator. Go back and pick this up, just drop in the Illustrator. Go back, pick this up, and you can do as many colors as you want. Just download them. You should just be able to download them by clicking on this download as JPEG and picking this up and putting it there. Good. Now zoom out and click all four of these and resize them, because we need to have a small view of them when we recolor them. Okay, that's enough. Now I want to arrange these so I can go working properly there. Now eyedropper tool is selected with either eye, or you can just select it from here. But before selecting it, you need to select the item you want to color. For example, I want to color this one before first. Now I'm gonna eyedropper, and the color that is most low I want to put it here. This one is good enough. Now again select this eyedropper and color. So you can see there are layers that are above each other. Now we are going to select this layer and arrange and send backward. You can see the layer is behind the other layer. Now we are going again and again to this. That is really annoying. So we are gonna just do V for the selection tool and I for the eyedropper tool. So we are gonna V, select this one, I, eyedropper tool, and pick a color, I think this one. Then we are going V, select this one, I for eyedropper tool, and this one. V, select this one, I for eyedropper tool, and this one. V, select this one, I for eyedropper tool, and this one. V, select this one, I for eyedropper tool, and I think this one. V, select I, this one. No, that is not as good as I want it to be. I think this should do fine. V, now eyes need to be colored properly. I think they are grouped. No, how to ungroup them? Control Shift G, and you have ungrouped them. Now we can select them separately. Now V for selection tool, I for the eyedropper tool. I want to make them yellow. V for selection tool, I for the eyedropper tool. V for selection tool, I for the eyedropper tool. V for selection tool. This is grouped, so we are gonna ungroup them and then deselect them, and I for the eyedropper tool, V for selection tool, and now we are gonna pick black from here. This is black, and okay, and it didn't work out. Why didn't it work out? Wait a sec. Okay, this and this. Yes, there we have an eyeball for our owl. Now we want these same colors in this eye, so we are gonna I and drop these out. V, select this one, I, drop these out. V and I and V. So this is grouped as well. Ungroup them. Now select the outer one. Let me zoom in so you can understand properly. V and I for white. V and I for black. I think that's enough. Okay, so I guess this is our ultimate owl for now. So put it in the comments, how do you like it? Oh sorry, we need to put the layers under. So there is a short key for everything, you know that. Okay, it's okay if you arrived late, Chesscraft, it's okay. So there is a short key for everything, so we go to arrange and there is a short key. These short keys you can learn them from here. I'm gonna use control and this bracket, and let's go control and the bracket, and until we have it down there where we need it, we should keep going backward. Now control backward, control backward. Now this one needs to go more back so I can see all the layers. So I'm gonna just keep going back until I see the layer. As for this one as well, keep going back until you see the layer. There it is. I think we missed some of the layers. Let's select these, all of these. Yes, there it is. So we need to select all of these and move it. Yes, this one. Let's bring it up, and here it is. Let's align this one and this one. Let's bring it up. Okay, let's align it properly. Zoom in and align. And I think this needs to get more up, and I think it's going backwards because the other one is smaller than this one. Yes, that's enough. And this one needs to come here, so it will need to go up because it's the smallest. And there you have it. So how do you like it? There is one more layer we missed. I think this one is, yes, it's here. And now that we have selected it, let's bring it upwards and until it's where we want it. Up, 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 and why isn't it coming up? Let's see. Yes, up, and I think it should be enough for now. No, it's not yet there. So for this you can just bring to front and then go back if sometimes the glitches happen. And I think this should be enough for now. Go back until you can see all the layers. There it is. And let's bring it back where it is supposed to be, and let's put these above that. So whenever you are designing a logo, you need to understand that you might need to make these little changes at the spot, and these changes sometimes take a lot of time. But these changes are worth it because these changes make your logo good as you want it. So there it is, our logo. I'll post it to YouTube as well, Facebook as well. Now we want to export it. So Atiya Asad asked me how to export this one. How long the video has been? I think it's been too long. Let's go to file. Firstly we need to make it as big as the artboard. Let's just go back and remove these rulers and these out of the board. Now we are gonna select it, we are gonna group it, and we are gonna make it as big as the artboard, maybe a little bit under the artboard, inside the artboard, but as big as artboard. Now we are gonna group it again, and we have a little bit glitch here, but I think video will be too long if I keep adjusting this. So now we are going to file and we are going to export, save for web if you are saving for screens and web legacy. And then here you can just fit on the screen. As you can see, it's transparent, and we are going to PNG 24. It's gonna be really big size. If you want to down the size, you can go for JPEG high, but I'm going to go for PNG for now. And transparency is clicked. If you turn off the transparency, it will have the background, as our artboard is white, and I'm going to go for transparent. These are sizes, you can adjust these, but don't mess it up in here because this will distort your logo. Now when you save it, you can save it in anywhere, just wherever you have your logo folder, and it will just pop up. Or if it doesn't, you can just go and see where you put your logo. Sometimes this Windows 10 things are, so you can see it's not at all pixelated at all. Even if I zoom in a lot, it's not pixelated because it is a vector. And also we can go to firstly, if you have a background, let's create a background, and I'm gonna teach you a really good trick about background as well. So it's really annoying for me, this one. So we are gonna create a rectangle, size of the artboard. You can check the size here as well. And then I'm gonna go to selection tool, and I'm going to go to gradient. These are the gradients, or you can go here for gradient. and you can see it's above my owl. So I'm gonna just send it to back directly, and this is the gradient tab. This is a gradient tab. If you don't have it, you can go to window and find the gradient tab, like I think it's here. Yeah. So now I'm going to go for radial gradient. Radial gradient is a circular gradient, like you can see when I do this. Okay, I need to select this first. So like you can see, this is a circular gradient and it's zooming in on something, and this is the normal gradient that you use, linear gradient, and this is a free form gradient that you can just click on and it will create a gradient from your logo or your whatever design. Now I'm going for this one and I'm going to do this and change this color. Make the two colors you put in the gradient as close as possible, like these two are, yeah, these two are good enough. Yes, and there you have it, your excellent background. Sorry, and then we go to, yes, so you have your excellent background. Or if you want to add a brown color, we can add those as well. And we are going to, sorry, I think I created a new dot. Yes, this one, double click on it and put a brown, dark brown here. Double click on this one, put a light brown in here, and then you create an impact like this. You can see these are really easy backgrounds. Now we are going to export this. First group this and export it the same way without the transparency. Save for web without transparency, and we are going to do this in the JPEG format, JPEG high, and fit on the screen so we can review it. And I think that is enough. Progressive, and yep, this is enough. So save Untitled 2 again, and this one should be as good as the one before. As you can see, even if I zoom in, this is the pixelated because this is JPEG. So this looks good because it's not zoom in, but when you zoom in a JPEG, it's going to pixelate it because it is not a PNG. I think that's enough for the design. Let's go for other questions. If anyone has a question, just put them in the or in our live chat. If not, then we are gonna close down our live feed. I'm waiting for the questions now. While we wait for the questions, what can we do? I think I'm gonna show you a way around the website. So this is create. You can create your own. So why without transparency? I think Chaudhry Hasnan, you arrived late, but we have already made a transparent, and transparent is already available. Transparent option is already available, always available, only available in PNG, not in JPEG. So you can't create a transparent JPEG file. You can only create a transparent PNG file. That's because why we didn't do transparent in this, but I showed you transparent way. Okay, so this is the Adobe Color website. You can explore it a lot. You can just keep going through these and create different color palettes if you want for your design. For example, I want a design tonight that I'm gonna create, and I want a purple theme for it. And there I have different purple themes. You can see there are different purple themes and the colors match with it. Any other questions? I am waiting for the questions while doing this. And now I can extract this theme by going here. And I can select a file here, and I want to extract a theme by just going to our owl and putting this owl here, and this is our theme for the owl. So it's really easy. You can just redo it and you can arrange your colors and create a color theme. Anything else? Okay, so if there are no questions for now, let's close down our feed. And okay, I think PNG is better than JPEG in terms of pixels. Am I right? Yes, you are right. PNG is better for pixel things, but when you upload on YouTube or something like that, you need to take in account your sizing. And logos, the size is not that much. I have created a few logos for my social media clients. They have uploaded and it's good. But sometimes the size is too big, like 5 MB, 4 MB, and they won't allow you to upload it. So always recheck your file size and always send your clients JPEG and PNG, transparent and without transparency, with background and without background, and your original Illustrator file. Make sure to arrange your Illustrator file clean, because look at this, this is not clean at all. So we are going to delete all these, and we are going to view, and where is rulers, we are going to hide rulers as well, and then we are going to send this to our client, and we are going to export this in save as, and we are going to use any name we want, and save it. And this will save an Illustrator file or an older Illustrator file. You can choose it here, and you can create a PDF compatible file and all that, and then you can click OK, and it will create a PDF compatible Illustrator file for your client as well. Any other questions? I am waiting for the questions. If there are no questions, I think we should close down the feed. It's been really long. I think that's it for the questions, and we can just do more questions in our Facebook group. If you are new and you haven't joined our Facebook group, go to the description, link in the description, and you can find the Facebook group, or you can search the Golden Circle on Facebook and you will find it. Okay, see you. Sayonara. Bye bye.